Hey everybody, Mark Wahlberg here. You probably recognize me from films like The Fighter, which we shot in Lowell, The Departed, or The Perfect Storm, which we also shot in Gloucester. But what most of you probably don't know is that I'm a favorite son of a Teamster. My dad was a Teamster most of his life, local 25. And I got to see firsthand what amazing work the Teamsters do, not only for the community, but also for autism. And hopefully tonight, we're going to raise a lot of money. We're raising more than $500,000 for autism. It's incredible. Whoever wins that chopper, they owe me a ride. Right now, we're in Miami. I'd be there tonight shooting a bodybuilding movie. That's all natural, baby. All natural. Alright? Teamsters, we love you.
Over the last 5 years, we've been active in as many community programs as possible, and I think the public is very satisfied because they know when there's a cause to take on that they can call upon Teamsters Local 25. And we noticed that there was a spike, an increase in diagnosis of our members' children with autism, so there was no other choice, and that was the biggest. At the time, it seemed like it was going to be a pandemic. The statistics kept growing, so we knew this was the right thing to do, and we knew we had no other choice but to support this program. This was probably the least funded charity in the nation, so we figured with the Teamsters Local 25 in Boston, with our profile being pretty high, we figured this would prompt other organizations, maybe not even labor organizations, but businesses to get involved and to commit to our fight as well.
I didn't know what autism was. I had no idea. So I went to the library and I looked up autism and I looked up PDD, and I just sat there and I'm like, oh my God, that's my kid? That can't be my kid. It hurts. It hurts.
When we first announced we were going to have Autism Speaks as our charity of choice, and I had no idea that, you know, what struggles Bill was going through, and Bill jumped in and you know, he never wavered in his commitment, and it was all about his grandson Shane. It was all about his family and making life better for his daughter.
He just was the best. He would check in with me every week and just tell me what he did that week, and I'd talk about his grandson Shane, who was the love of his life, and he really took care of Shane, mostly for his daughter Julie, and he's going to be so sorely missed.
He was just a stand-up guy, just a great guy, and we miss him. The committee misses him, and I miss him, and the union misses him. He was a great guy.
And there's nothing better than seeing the kids' faces, you know, being part of a program, getting their uniforms. I mean, let's face it, a lot of these kids will never be able to play high school sports or even youth sports, so this is their World Series day in and day out for them.
About 8 years ago, Lori Fennell, this woman, called our organization, and she said that she had some kids together that wanted to throw the ball around. They were from an autistic program, and every field that they went on, they were getting thrown off the field by people playing softball.
Nice hit, Melissa!
Some of the parents said, you don't know what you're getting into. But I said, let's give it a try. I knew nothing about autism.
You don't really think about the disability, you just think about their ability to go out there and have a ball. They love it, you know, to hear their name being cheered, and every single one crosses home plate, so there's nothing like it.
I saw a lot of hope as a result of this bill. Although, you know, the people who signed on to the legislation, you know, did their part, I think the members, their families, the families affected by autism know that there's hope.
The autism medical insurance bill was very much due to the support that we've received over the years from Speaker Bob DeLeo, but again, it's one of many, many things that he's supported.
This legislation will hopefully serve as a reminder that the Commonwealth of Massachusetts cares for these families and for those struggling with autism.
Well, we definitely needed a wow factor being our 5th year. And when we started out our first meeting, Trish De Silva made it clear that we are going to have a wow factor. And we decided as a group, let's try and have a custom motorcycle chopper built, something that had our own touch
This bike that was made by Spratterford is absolutely incredible. If you had to go out and buy it, it cost you about $60,000. You get a shot at buying it for $100. It's a great deal.
It's gorgeous. I'd want it in my garage.
This is awesome. This is unbelievable. I mean, and you know, with younger people, it gets more people involved.
I was very honored when the Teamsters asked me to be a part of this raffle. Me building a custom bike is my way of fighting autism.
There is no time or place to get down and frustrated. We just got to work through, and we've been successful over the last 5 years, and we're going to continue to be successful. There is no big speech to be had or any words of motivation. You just look in the faces of the parents and the children that are affected by autism, and that's what motivates us to do what we do.